All right, I'll be real with you guys. I had high expectations for Arc Raiders. From the trailers, the music, the aesthetics, the environment, everything looked like it was promising. And I thought, you know what, man, finally something fresh, something with energy, something new, as I've never really played these types of games, never played Tarkov, etc., etc. And when I first hopped in, like the first, few hours, it delivered. The movement, the chaos, the world, the whole idea and the whole gameplay loop, it was new to me, and I thought this game was fucking awesome. But honestly, after a few hours, it sort of started to lose that. You know what I mean? Like, the feeling of the game is still fun, but you can just sense already, and like, I know this is just the server slam, and it's a limited game mode, but I can sort of feel the gameplay loop sort of burning out already for Arc Raiders, to be honest with you guys. Like I said, the first few matches are a blast. I've dropped in, I've found some random dudes, we talked, we hung out, we shot at each other, just like in the gameplay you're about to see in front of you, ended up shooting each other, but then I was like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing here, I didn't mean to shoot at you, and we shook each other's dicks, and everyone had a great time. But like everything does feel alive though, man. Like, there's the dust, the lighting, the way those massive machines drop out the sky, which honestly, I kind of don't like. It's like War of the Worlds. I find that these Arc robots and whatnot are way too OP, and that sort of limits what I can do in the game. Maybe as the game goes on and progresses, I get more powerful weapons and I can unlock stuff or build stuff more or less and find stuff. But honestly, those Arc robots and machines are just way too OP and actually ruin the experience, in my opinion, because I just get insta-killed every single time. For a while, I thought to myself, this could be one of my new main games, because like the shooting feels pretty good, the movement's fluid, the gritty atmosphere, everything just, sucked me in. But after a while, that fresh excitement, for me at least, starts to fade a bit. You sort of realize you're kind of doing the same thing over and over again. You drop in, you loot, you maybe fight, you extract, and then that's it. I mean, it's fun, but it kind of becomes predictable. And perhaps maybe like some of you have a lot more experience playing this type of game with Tarkov, that you can leave a comment down below, or, let me know that perhaps maybe things do change. Maybe when the game fully opens up, there's a lot more to it. But to me, that sort of seems like the same loop, which, like, most first-person shooters in like Call of Duty or Battlefield, it's sort of all the same loop. Drop in, loot, fight, extract, or drop in, shoot, fight, unlock weapons, sort of all have the same kind of gameplay style, mechanic, and loop. But, it's got amazing first impressions, but like the depth of it, I don't know if it's going to hook me long term. The core loop doesn't see, like I said, change much. The missions, it just sort of blurs together, and once you unlock a lot of the good stuff and you do a lot of things and you get a lot of money, what else really is there? I mean, also at the same time, it's a $50 game, so who really, it's not a big deal, you know what I'm saying? $50, you know what I'm saying? It's like a Big Mac meal nowadays, for Christ's sake, how expensive things are. But now, listen. I'm not here to trash it at all, because Arc Raiders is good. It's a really good game. Like, playing with friends, I don't know, I haven't experienced that yet, but I've just met random people, and that seemed like pretty fun. So I imagine if you got buddies, you could play this together as like a group of dudes going out into the wasteland, so to speak. It actually probably would make it a lot more fun, because, playing as a solo is still fun as well. But visually as well, like I said, you can see the graphics are top tier. The sound design's on point. The art direction is gorgeous. And the devs clearly have poured a ton of atmosphere into this game with, a lot of attention and love. It seems, I don't know, like, it's something is kind of, maybe, like I said, maybe there's nothing missing at all. Maybe this is just the gameplay loop for loot and survive, and I can't even think, what does it name this type of game? I can't even think of the genre, but this type of genre of game. I still like it. I think it's a good game. I just don't know how long that'll last. You know what I'm saying? I've heard other people complaining about certain problems about, people camping the exfil spots and whatnot. I haven't really run into that, and honestly, that's just the way the game is. There are ways to counter that. You can throw smoke screens and whatnot that kind of offset so that people can't shoot you. If you can add more content, maybe, I don't know if it'd be a deeper progression system. Like I said, it's just a server slam. So it's not unlocked a lot of stuff, only one map, which is small, and, like I said, though, those fucking robots are too much, man. Like, they gotta calm the robots down, in my opinion, unless you can, like I said, get weapons that are way OP later on that can deal with them, because, like, it just limits your actual, like, the point of the game, I thought, is, like, to be able to explore and find things. And I rather have PvP than PvE. Like, the PvP aspect is fun, and dealing with people being around in a wasteland, and like DayZ was, before they added the zombies. Like, I loved DayZ back in the day. This is kind of like a DayZ game, sort of, without the exfil aspect of it. But I like the idea of like the survival game modes, like maybe Rust or DayZ. But DayZ was better before they put all the zombies in, because the zombies ruined that for me as well. Like, I find them more of a nuisance and annoyance than actually, you know, making the game better. Like, it's not, like, you try to sneak around these robots, and even though I'm hiding, like, they still find you, and then it's over. Like, as soon as they see you, with this early, you know, unlock of the game we have and the weapons that we're given, you're just gonna get smoked. Like, you can't do anything about it. They're like pretty much OP unless I guess you have a group of people shooting them down. So they need to adjust those. But I don't know, like, it just, like I said, maybe more stuff will be unlocked. Maybe better. But, you know, this game I think could be something special. And I do think, once again, like, same old story, guys, no matter what game it is nowadays. And just like society in general, I'm kind of like getting really burnt out on this whole social media and people making videos nowadays, because everyone just, like, everyone fires everything up all the time and makes it seem like it's the greatest thing since Christ sliced bread. And, you know, then when it comes out, it can't really stay up to expectations. Like, little philosophy here to end this video. Every single problem that we have in life, every single depression you have, every single sadness you have, really comes from, more or less, expectations not being met. And the problem with social media nowadays and people with video games is that everyone pumps everything up to the point where, you know, the expectations are so goddamn high that, you know, they never can be met. And then you get disappointed. And that's social media. And everyone like, oh, this game's so great. Oh, I played Arc Raiders. It's going to be like the game. It's going to be the best game ever. It's going to be amazing. And then you're like, okay, you play it. And you're like, okay, it's pretty good. But it's not as good as these YouTubers and stuff always hype it up. You know what I mean? So will it have staying power? Will this kind of looter shooter exfil type game, which I can't think of the damn name of what the actual official word for this type of game is called, Tarkov style game, is there more to it? Like I said, if you've been playing Tarkov and other games, perhaps maybe, you know what, there's a more of a gameplay loop that I'm missing out on. But, you know, I don't think this game's gonna, you know, make everyone like, or appeal to everybody. Like, you know, if you're a Call of Duty person, I don't think this is the game for you, pimp, at all, because, you know, it's very slow paced. But me, I like these kind of games. Like I said, DayZ was awesome, but it became kind of boring at DayZ when all the damn zombies showed up, and then, you know, you don't have the weapons to kill them, or you always have to sneak around. And I feel it's a hindrance to the fun. I want to explore. I want to find other people, PvP, and have you know, interactions with them, positive and negative, you know, friendlies or, you know, hostile people, and dealing with that more so than stupid robots. I mean, like, the robots are cool, but could you at least just make them a bit easier to shoot down? And, you know, then I think it might actually be a lot better of a game. Like, you know, so like, I want to explore, but I can't explore because I'm just going to get killed by robots. And I don't mind getting killed by people, but getting killed by robots is bullshit. But yeah, anyways, okay, expectations were pretty high. Game's still pretty good. 7 out of 10. Maybe there's more to it I'm missing that could make it a 9 or 10 out of 10. Playing with friends might change that. But yeah, that's my review. Thanks for watching. Stay black, question authority, let the honey cracker, reptilian shapeshifters, build the movie, start pink, and show some of those judges towards some of the people, fake out, the frogs, gay white man. Bring you down.